To start off, what I want to do with you guys, and I apologize for the lighting, we'll get better, I promise. I'm trying to calm down because I just came off a 5-hour stream where we did a live reaction and full discussion about the chapter. Now we just gotta break it down, do a quick review, okay? So what I want to start this off with is reading the lyrics, some of the lyrics to B.D.A, just based off of this chapter and how it's resonating with me, okay? Give me 1 second, can you do that? Some lyrics from B.D.A goes like this. Now comes a storm through far off sky. Now the waves are dancing, beat upon the drums. If you lose your nerve, this breath could be your last. But if you just hold on, the morning sun will rise. Yo, you guys know the rest, but that's a verse from B.D.A. Oda, what the hell is wrong with you? Okay, so One Piece chapter 1043. Easily so far the best chapter of the year. Could be one of the best chapters of Wano. I know you guys are excited for me to talk about Luffy and what happened at the end of the chapter, but guys, give me some time. Let me just build it up a little bit, okay? Because right now I am super excited and I need to slow down and with how I'm speaking, okay? I'm excited. This chapter got me really excited, really hyped, and I cannot wait to break it down with you guys again. The stream on this head was amazing. We had such a great time talking about the chapter. Guys, this chapter was fantastic. Luffy died. I know some people are saying, well, Luffy didn't technically die. Well, he died. Back then when Luffy fell off the island before, Momonosuke could always hear his voice. Now we cannot hear his voice. Luffy died. Kaido won. It even said Kaido the victor. You know how crazy that is? Oda is so bold for taking this route. Personally, I was saying, what if Oda let this fester a little bit longer? Maybe another chapter where we think Luffy is actually dead. Now, I mean, while I'm reading it, I'm like, he's not dead. Like, there's no way he's dead, even though the voices disappeared. And the voices based on Kobe and Marineford, that means that somebody's dead. He's not dead, but damn. Cover page, y'all know I'll talk about that at some point. I just want to see Katakuri, okay? Show me Katakuri at some point. But let's get to the chapter. Again, the majority of this review, if you guys didn't know, the majority of this review will be talking about Luffy and his devil fruit, okay? Or just what's going on with Joy Boy, my initial reaction. After this, I'll take some time, sit with it, talk to some more people, and then tomorrow I'll give you a detailed breakdown as to what I think is actually happening. Sunday, this chapter is the type for an actual long discussion with someone or maybe multiple people. That will be uploaded on Sunday. Guys, we're gonna have an amazing time. If you want to be a part of that, right? Make me the boy of joy and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. Kaido's the victor. As predicted, Kaido clobbers Luffy, and CP0, they accomplished their goal, right? To CP0, based on what they know, Luffy died. Luffy dead. People are saying CP0 should get Employee of the Month just because he put his life in danger. People are saying he's dead. I don't think he's dead. We know what this is. This is One Piece. But he went out and accomplished his goal. It was a fantastic maneuver. I said that last week. He was able to stop Luffy, a Yonko, for a bit and let Kaido get the final finishing blow, which means that Luffy should be dead. He is dead. His voice disappeared. His heart stopped. But wait, he is resin. And that could have multiple meanings because the resin, devil fruit, and anyway, what was crazy is after Luffy got knocked out and we see him going up into the sky and Kaido's looking up and he's like, he's so devastated. And again, based on everything Kaido has done, if I didn't have the previous knowledge, I would feel sorry for him. Now, he's done a lot of messed up stuff. So I don't feel as sorry for Kaido. It's just like, damn, he was enjoying that battle. Now it's nothing. It's just empty, right? It was getting so good. Now it's empty again. Kaido, you're an empty boy. Empty boy. I always like when shows, movies take the time out to show you what things would be like if the main person that you depend on is not there. Some shows decide to do that permanently, right? Take them out of the story and now people have to figure it out. Some let it fester for a while where other people have to step up, and other people in this chapter did step up. Again, Kaido, after everything he did, he's mad. He slammed CP0. I don't think he's dead. I think he still lives. Even if Kaido did hit him, he still lives. But Kaido, he starts talking about some things and you can tell he is genuinely upset based on everything that's transpired. And I feel him. Again, it was building. He was acknowledging Luffy. He was drinking. He was telling Luffy, hey, I respect you. I think you're that guy, right? He's that guy, pal. And now I killed the kid by mistake because he was distracted. Like, do you understand what you've done? You imbecile. You faceless creature who can smile while you have a mask on. Wait, where did you buy that? Either way, Kaido is going on a rampage. He's asking for the leader, Momonosuke, because he's like, yo, Luffy's dead. Anybody that wants to smoke, I'm here right now. I am ready. Like, that is just anger and just frustration speaking. What I love was Kid just trying to just stay out the way. Like, God damn it. He's not really doing that, but his hand is over his face. Like, I really meant I have nothing left. And Law's like, shit, me too, boy. Like, I don't know what we gonna do. We just gonna die. And then Chopper's like, Luffy's been killed. And, you know, Chopper's always like that overreacting. But when you see Nami as well is like, no way, I don't believe you. And you can see the tears in her eyes. She's sweating. It's a lot to take in that this person that you've believed in so long, for so long, he failed. And it's almost surreal reading it because I'm just like, no way, Oda would never, right? He would never, but the tone shift, love it. I'm always about tone and setting the stage and making things feel like the stakes matter, like things that people are doing, decisions matter. It felt that way this chapter. I like how Oda threw in Kaido's people, how they're celebrating, and it was a boost to their morale. So now they're rallying, right? They're like, Kaido won, it's over for you guys, let's go. They're showing that the people on Kaido's side, the underlings, the fodder, they're happy and they have, you know, a second wind. They're ready. You know, they're like even going after Kid and Law, like, let's get their necks. Give me their heads. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you got the OP on me. I want you, boy. A part that didn't make me laugh was when Nami was talking to Kaido and Kaido's like, Luffy said, she's like, you're a liar. I don't believe you. Kaido's like, all right, I don't give a damn. Blast breath, right? And Marco had to jump in and Marco, hey, Marco, you had so many opportunities where you could help and be useful. And I don't want to just shit on Marco because Marco has been useful. It's just, you could have been doing so much more. But, you know, the stage is set for the future. He was just kind of trying to pass things along and it's unfortunate. I'm gonna say it's unfortunate, but Marco, he stepped up, blocked that attack and it's like, yo, you gotta live. You know what I mean? And we talked about just living and dying and how important that is, or rather living and how clinging to life is more important than anything, even though Kaido said death is what completes you, which resonates in this chapter because death somewhat completed Luffy to the point that he is now awakening and he is Joy Boy. Kaido's words about facing his wrath, about in war, if you go into war with someone, you gotta be prepared for what comes with it. Right? You cannot expect to go to war with Kaido and not face the consequences if you happen to lose. And Kaido's just telling them that. Don't expect for me to spare you. My wrath is expected. I won. You were opposing me. So if I make you a slave or if I kill you, it's all justified because at one point you were on the other side trying to take my head. And it would be the same way if it was on the other foot. Maybe not with this alliance because it's a bunch of nice people, but that's technically how it would go. And then immediately a guy's like, please spare my wife and kids. Bro, that's not how it goes. They're gonna die too. I like that some of the underlings stepped up to protect Kid and Law, etc. But I was really impressed with Yamato this chapter. Yamato stepped up in a way that, you know, she's shown that she can do that, but she was Momonosuke's backbone. Momonosuke was ready to fold, saying, yo, we could just surrender right now, save some people's lives. She's like, no, people are gonna die either way. It doesn't matter. The Daimyo of Wano, they sacrificed and they surrendered, and now I'm sure they regret it because they died anyway. We're going to fight. Yamato says, even if surrendering is our only option, I'd rather fight and die together. Profound words, love it. Momonosuke, second jolt. After this chapter, what I'm thinking is that Momonosuke and Yamato, they are gonna just be together forever. Not forever, like that, but just Yamato will be Momonosuke's advisor. She will help him and follow him and train him, not train him, but guide him in a way in which he should go. He will have other advisors, other people that should follow him and help him get to where he needs to be. But Yamato is absolutely necessary. I loved what she did here. Now, Zunisha. We flash to Zunisha and Zunisha calls out to Momonosuke. And Zunisha talks about the drums of liberation. Like I said, the Bink Sake line, the verse, everything that he's talking about happened in this chapter. The drums of liberation. Dum, 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 dum. That's Luffy's heartbeat. And it says it's the first time in 800 years, so there's no doubt. And then Zunisha says Joy Boy has returned, and we see that image of Luffy, and Luffy has a smile on his face, and it seems like his hair is melting. Okay, and Joy Boy has returned. Now, the implications of these words and this sequence of events, I don't think you guys understand what's going on here. Maybe you do, but let me just try to explain what is going on in my head because it's swirling. It's swirling. You know, if you have a Mac and it's trying to process pinwheels. All right, so Luffy's Joy Boy, that's something we expected. I went back with my friends, we talked about the prophecy that Toki said, you are the moon unaware of the dawn. Odin telling Toki that 20 years into the future, people are gonna come that could take down Kaido, but also Odin saying that they want to prepare to open the borders for when Joy Boy will appear again. Joy Boy appearing again, that's a strange thing. Because I expected Joy Boy to be, you know, signified in a way based on Luffy somewhat defeating Kaido, right? Or something showing that Luffy is Joy Boy for sure. I did not expect it to be Momonosuke resonating with Luffy or something within Luffy to say Joy Boy is back. Now, people are jumping to the reincarnation part, saying this is just like Naruto, this is just like Bleach. They're on the brink of death, they're revived, and they have new powers. It's not the same thing. As I've stated, things like this, it's a popular shonen trope. okay? What's important here is execution, and One Piece has been the much better executed part in regards to Chosen One and things like that. We had an extensive talk about destiny and what matters here, determinism, and for Luffy and destiny is still intact, it's still very open-ended, it's still things that we have to parse and figure out. That's why we can't jump to conclusions here. We have no idea what's going on. All we see is Luffy's hair is melting, Joy Boy is back. That's one scenario. Joy Boy is back and Joy Boy has reincarnated into Luffy. Luffy will never lose himself, so that person will forever be Luffy. So that's not something we have to worry about. Next scenario, Joy Boy has been dormant within Luffy's fruit because they had the same devil fruit. So now Luffy is awakening his fruit, and his heartbeat, his aura is so similar to what Joy Boy's was, the Joy Boy of the past, which in my opinion probably was a title. So at that point, Zunisha is resonating with it. So it's like, that's Joy Boy. The aura, the mystique, everything about Luffy at this point is reminding Zunisha of Joy Boy and what Joy Boy gave off back then. Inherited will to an umpteenth degree, to the point that someone that knew the person back then, they're like, that is the guy. It's the same guy. What people don't want is the full reincarnation where this person comes back, they're inheriting Luffy's body, Luffy's not there anymore, and they're just completely in control. Nobody wants that, but it's not about what we want. It's what about makes sense. It's about what makes sense. It's so much that I think about, because when you think about Joy Boy and the history and apologizing to Fishman Island, how significant will all these things be, right? What's next? We have a week's break, so now it's just like, we have to wait for so long to figure out what all this stuff is going on, what's going to happen with Luffy, because next chapter, we're not just going to get into it. Oda's going to tease Momonosuke and Yamato fighting Kaido, then maybe Luffy jumps in and stops everything. But this awakening that we assume, it's so odd and ironic that Kaido's saying death is something that completes a man, and he is chasing that thing so fiercely, can't get it. Luffy is so fiercely trying to stay alive for his friends, dies. But then he's complete because now he's awakened. He is resin, like what people think Luffy's devil fruit is, the resin fruit. People saying oil, people saying petroleum, people saying tree sap, talking about natural rubber and all these different things that make up rubber as to what Luffy's doing right now. Again, he still could be the mythical Zoan, and that could be an ability of the mythical Zoan. So it's so many possibilities. People saying matter, I don't think it's matter. I just think what matters right now is that Luffy is Joy Boy, and we have to somewhat make sense of that. That the fact that Joy Boy is back, the person from 800 years ago, he is somewhat within Luffy. Inherited will, it speaks volumes here because Joy Boy could just be connected to Luffy's devil fruit, and that's what's shining through. But it's so profound, Zunisha noticed it, and Zunisha alone. So I'm excited clearly because we're so close to getting the answers that we need. But I mean, of course, I think back to the Gorosei. All these things were laid out. You had so long to apprehend Luffy before this happens. You started going hard after Luffy after you realized, hold on, what if his devil fruit is the actual fruit that could... We should probably get him right now, but that's probably triggered by Big Mom going down and also Zunisha showing up in Wano, where you guys did hint that, hey, a lot of things are going on in Wano right now. It can't just be a coincidence. Sengoku said that. And I kind of was talking about, it's just like, it cannot be coincidence. What is going on here? We now know why. Again, for the people complaining about the reincarnation, complaining that it's just like Naruto, they don't know why Oda would do something like this. Relax, okay? Even if it's just like Naruto, even if it's just like Bleach, we should trust Oda's execution, or at least wait it out. Okay, you can have your qualms or your apprehensions or your concerns. That is all justified, all valid, because typically Chosen One and destiny and determinism typically isn't handled well in shonen. Oda has a pretty good track record. I'm gonna trust him. I'm gonna trust him and think that he does the right thing, and we come out on top of this pretty damn good. There are a lot of other speculative theories we could throw out, where for Luffy's devil fruit, what is the prerequisite for awakening? Why has it awakened? Going forward, what will Luffy's moveset be? How does it impact his gears? How will his crewmates feel about this? How does Luffy act going forward? Does Luffy accept Joy Boy's mission knowing that he's 100% in fact Joy Boy? What if Luffy goes against these things? How does that conflict and how does that resonate within the crew, knowing Luffy has to accomplish these things to save people? What about King? King knows that Luffy is Joy Boy now. Does King follow Luffy? Probably not. For Kaido, this could bring his character together to the point that we're like, Kaido is an amazing character. What is his answer? What decision do you make once you realize, okay, 1, you're not Joy Boy, 2, you're not gonna die, 3, Luffy just whooped your ass? What decision do you make? How do you come to terms with that? And for Big Mom, what happens next? Does she just stay there until the Straw Hats leave, right? Does she leave? Does someone else come and save her? What happens, right? Those are the questions we have. Either way, Luffy's Joy Boy, okay? all the things about the sovereign and waiting so many years, 10 to be born, 5 to grow, 10 to be born, 15 to grow. This is a game changer. Luffy's gonna come back a lot more powerful. He's gonna have some, exchanging some blows with Kaido. I cannot wait for the next chapter. Oda, we gotta talk. You deserve your break, so you do so. Whew. Guys, you have no idea just how much we brainstormed for the past. We had 5 hours of stream. I'll link it below if you guys want to go check out the stream. 5 hours talking about this chapter, talking about possible scenarios, how Luffy will react, how Law will react, possible theories of Luffy still being dead and Law sacrificing himself to save Luffy, because Luffy that we see right now, this person, is not Luffy residing within him. I don't agree with that, but things are being thrown around and I don't hate it. It's a new era in regards to One Piece and what's going to transpire. We're really in the end game now. Joy Boy Luffy is confirmed. But for you guys, what do you think Luffy's devil fruit is? You guys can leave that in the comment section down below. And what are your thoughts? What just how do you feel? How did it resonate with you? Like, once you're going through the chapter and you're seeing that Luffy's actually Joy Boy, what thoughts are flooding your mind? Okay, did you go back to everything you know about Joy Boy, the history of Joy Boy, the Void Century? Does Toki come into your mind at all? The apology, because something else that's a layer to this is the fact that Joy Boy, he failed, and going forward, Roger failed, and now Luffy, he has an opportunity to accomplish things, right? What I like about that is it shows you that even the chosen ones, or people that are put in positions to make change, create change, can fail. Now, the thing that could make this a bit more difficult is if pre-Joy Boy, Joy Boy from 800 years ago, there was a prophecy about Luffy, and Luffy is the person that is indeed meant to do all these things. We're not sure. I'm gonna do a lot more research, right? Sit with this chapter for a while. We're gonna talk about Luffy's devil fruit in depth tomorrow, right? It's gonna be the 5 possibilities to Luffy's devil fruit. The 5 possibilities, right? And then we're gonna go from there, and we're gonna have a great time. It's an amazing time. One Piece is on break, but either way, guys, I'm happy, right? Doesn't One Piece just make you happy? It makes you feel good. Even reading Bing Sake and the lyrics and how much it resonated and how old Bing Sake is. Oda had this plan for so long, and it's just the lyric that got me, right? Where it resonated so much is, if you lose your nerve, this breath could be your last. But if you just hold on, the morning sun will rise, the dawn. And what I'm thinking about is in the chapter when Luffy and them, they're fighting. Well, after Luffy went down, Yamato and everybody else is just fighting and trying to hold on, even though there's no hope on the horizon. If you just hold on, the sun will rise. And look at the sun god, Nika. Joy Boy is here. Ah, that's beautiful. Guys, give me your thoughts. Again, just flood them. Flood the comment section. Give me all of it, right? We're doing a Q&A this week. We're going to do so much this week, y'all. I am so excited. Give me your thoughts. Make sure to like the video if you did. Hey, subscribe to the channel, right? Just show some love to your boy, okay? Drop a like, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at BrogDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BrogD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost.